Hey folks, it's Rick. I'm down in the studio lounge. I was trying to clean up a little bit. It's a little messy right now. But I wanted to talk about my rig recently because it's been getting a lot better. Well, not a lot better. A lot more easy to work with in a studio. And I'll explain why. So I'm playing my PRS S2 Starlet today. I did a jam along with elevated jam tracks. So everybody can hear in context what's happening here. Going into this compressor. Then there's 3 drives that I can choose from. There's the Nobles ODR, there's the Friedman Dirty Shirley, and then there's the J Rocket Audio, the Dude. That's pretty cool. They all sound really very good. All sound very different from each other. This one's sort of a, you know, for jazz rock kind of feel, like a Dumble-ish tone. This one is like heavy, well, like a Friedman amp. So think more like Marshall, I guess. I haven't had a Marshall in a long time. This is Noble's ODR Mini, and it's a weird pedal, but it sounds fantastic. I guess you would call it transparent. I don't know. It's a boost type thing. Then I have my tuner standing up so I can tune in a volume pedal so I can shut myself off when I leave the room. And then here's a Small Stone phase shifter. I love that. Here's an MXR carbon copy, and I love that. Okay, from there, I'm going up to this Line 6 M5, and I like to use this for reverb. This reverb sounds amazing, I think. I like to use it also for tremolo. It's got a neat tremolo on it. So what it has is this really cool volume sensitivity button. And what you can do is you can set your speed real slow. Less depth, please. Okay, and then since there's this volume sensitivity, whenever you play, it speeds up. See, it's going faster now. And then as the note trails, it slows down. That's cool. I don't have that on any other tremolo. So this pedal, it just keeps showing me new great stuff. Line 6 M5. It's a very good pedal. If I found another one on sale somewhere, I'd buy it and I'd put them next to each other and have 2 of them because it's really great. Okay, then I go down into an amp. Here is the Vox AC15, which I'm not using right now. But here's my old Vox Pathfinder. Pathfinder 15. It's a great little solid state. It really was a practice amp, but if you run out of the output in the back into a 12-inch speaker, it sounds great. So this is a great, and this has also very good tremolo. So what happens with this is I come out of that speaker out in the back, 8 ohm, and then that goes into my 2 Notes Torpedo Cab. So the different ways that you can run this, you could put a speaker out from your amp and run it in here, and then what you have is a speaker signal, like a speaker level signal coming in, which is really hot. And so at that point you want to make sure that this little switch here is switched to the left, and then this has to go to a speaker. So I don't even, make sure you don't even turn on your amp unless you have this top one going out to a speaker. And both of these need to be speaker cables. That means they're unshielded. All right, so that's how you got to be careful with this. This is the USB cable that goes to the computer so that you can control it from the computer if you want. But you really don't have to, because everything is just a real simple menu. You see, you can click through preamp, power amp, miking, you know, and you can set up everything in here if you want. You can also just take your guitar signal from your pedals, like up here, and run it straight in here without an amp. And in that case, you don't use this. You take this out and you set this switch either to the middle or all the way up, depending on your signal coming in. Since I use, you know, some nice pedals here, I keep it in the middle. And then the output goes to your amp. You could also do the XLR direct out to the amp, or not to the amp, to the interface. And that has a ground lift in case you're getting noise. There's an aux in case you want to do that, or a headphone out. When using an amp, always keep the cable going to a speaker. Okay, so this speaker out currently is running to the back of my room, where I have just a Celestion in a cabinet, and just a basic Celestion, like out of an old cheap Marshall cab. But it sounds good. Comes out and it goes into my Focusrite Scarlett, or whatever interface you use is fine. Here's the other thing that's cool, is that speaker in the back of my room, and I have it sort of covered with stuff so it's not too loud. I have a mic on it, and that mic's going in there. So I get both the mic and the 2 Notes speaker emulation at the same time. And then I have my main volume for everything in my room, and a couple headphone outs. goes into my computer. Here's my DAW. So there's 3 tracks going here. The one on the bottom is my talking, and that's this microphone right here, which I have going into my Line 6 UX2. I'm just using that for a microphone. Here is the Torpedo Cab. Here's what we have. I'm using the impulse response of this type of speaker cabinet, like a vertical cabinet. This is the cabinet manager. You can pick your cabinets. Here you can add EQ, enhancer, or reverb. Here you can have 2 different mic impulse responses. So we have a dynamic 57, which is a Shure 57, and a ribbon 121, which I'm guessing is a Royer ribbon mic. You see axis and distance. Move, maybe the distance. Yeah, see? I did that. And then there's axis, so I can move it this way or that way. And you can do that with both mics. So that's pretty cool. Here, I'll show other speakers that are here. So there's like a twin. There's a Kraken, a Victory. See, this one is voice, not Vox. And then they have, other ones. Some of these sound really fantastic. Honestly, I tend to like the big 412s. That rev is awesome. That gets recorded into here. See, right? And I've got compressor on all the channels because I like to use these compressors in Logic. They're really nice. So you can look at it. They work really well. Anyway, that's my rig currently. What it sounds like from the speaker recording and what it sounds like from the impulse response side, and they're pretty close. They're pretty close to each other. This Torpedo is a really nice unit, and it's easy to use too. I hope you enjoyed my little studio rundown, everybody. Peace. Try to make some music and try to be friends with everybody. That's a hard one. Later on.